choose 3 schools. So my advice, because Shege, this eyes saw Shege like Shege saw me. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Jimmy of Lagos here. Yeah, now Jimmy of UK. If you're new here, welcome. So this video, like I said, I'm back to blogging. I'm back to putting up content here on my channel for you guys. And so on my last video, I basically talked about my experiences here. Sorry, I have cold. I've been trying to push this back, but the cold isn't going, so I just have to manage my voice with the way it is. I've taken a lot of medications, but I don't think medication works for me. I've always been saying this, or maybe it's because I've been saying it, that's why it's not working. But I've taken I think I took one medication like that. I don't want to mention the name here for privacy purposes. So I took the medication, but I think it's better now. So I just cough like 1 or 2 here and there, but it's fine. Okay, enough about that. So on this video, basically, it's still about my experiences living in the UK in the last 10 months. So it's like I said, it's a lot of different experiences. Renting, the bills. So let me start by saying, if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to share to your loved ones. Yeah, so I'll delve into the video now. So first I'm going to talk about renting. What I found out about renting here, from what I was used to back home, when you want to rent, you get to an agent. Agent will tell you, you pay me agency fee, blah blah blah. They look for houses for you. They'll show you house that it's below what you are coming from or more than your budget. You know how these things work. But here is different. Before you get an house here, from my personal experience, so when it was time for me, when I left my company apartment, when it was time for me to get the house, I went to an agent. Okay, I want to get an apartment. So like, what's your family size? I told them my family size, what I was looking for, that I was looking for a 3-bedroom. They said, okay, no problem. We're going to get some references. So I submitted my reference. Okay, the first house. After submitting references, and they got back to me, someone has taken the house. The heartbreak that comes with looking for a house in this place, especially when you have limited time, it's actually, it's not for the faint in heart. So eventually I got another one. I submitted my references. I got the reference from the place, from my office. They said, okay, and so because of my salary, annual salary, I won't be able to rent the house. I'm like, how? So it states that for you to be able to rent a house, your monthly, like, you should be able to earn, let's say my rent is, for example, £700. I'm meant to be able to pay my rent times 3. So, but given my salary, my annual salary, I won't be able to pay. So I said, okay, what am I supposed to do? Can I rent with someone instead? I said, okay, I'm going to rent with my cousin. So they did both our references, and eventually we got the house. So both our names are on the contract, even if I was one that walked up to them. So that way, before you're able to get a house in this country, you have to be able to, what's the word now? Let's my line of thought. You have to be able to afford the rent. Like, your salary should be able to pay the rent twice. So that's why when 2 people, like maybe a husband and a wife, you have 2 salaries, so it's easier for you, or maybe 2 siblings, it's easier that way. So, but say you want to go and rent house, except it's a shared apartment. Shared apartment in terms that serviced, you pay the landlord one rent, it covers your bill, your rentage, it covers your electricity, your gas, your internet, and all whatnot. It covers that. But if you want to rent alone, you yourself and yours and your family, you need to be able to pass all those references. When you now eventually pass, that's when you've gotten the house. You now start paying bills. There's gas and electric bill, there's water bill, there's internet bill, because you just have to pay internet. You can't pass it. You pay internet because you use internet. There's cable TV bills. I think I talked about one. Cable TV bills. Then there's Council tax. That's the one that takes most of our money. Aside the rent, council tax, electricity and gas, water bill, internet bill, and cable TV. So by the time you sum up all these bills, that's how most people just felt, maybe since I'm alone, let me share if I can't stay, because trust me, it's a lot. It's a lot. You end up making all the money, working at the end of the month, everything goes into bills. So me, I strongly advise people that if you know that you want to stay, live the baby girl life or baby boy life or whatnot, get someone and share that you guys can, because that way you don't end up spending all your life savings on brain or rent, because it's really, is it worth it? Is the life we are living something I just got to give? So that bill thing, I was able to make it work. Like myself and my husband joining our resources to pay the bills and everything. When it was time for school, applying for school too is another thing. Back home, you see a school you like not the Ivy League ones that you go on the waiting list forever. No, not those ones. Like the regular schools that the average Nigerians. So if you're not Nigerian, you may not understand, but that the average, like there's just the average school basically. You just go, you tell them you want to apply for a school, and when your children does that, like the test or something, then. But here, you see a school you like, the school might not like you. Okay, what I meant by that is basically when you see a school, first you have to go through the council. So that is all your council tax money that you're paying. That's one of the things going into. So when you see a school you like, you apply in the council. They'll tell you to choose 3 schools. So my advice, because Shege, this I saw Shege, like Shege saw me when it comes to school and taking my kids to school. But I give God all the glory at the end of the day. So you choose 3 schools. First, second, third school. The first school, if they didn't take you, you might be lucky second school. If the second school doesn't take you, you might be lucky the third school. So if none of those 3 schools that you've chosen responded that there's a place for your child there, you have to reapply again. Or they will tell you that maybe they will apply for you on schools on their own end. But in my own case, all the schools I applied for my children, like the first schools I applied for my kids, they chose them. So I didn't necessarily have that issue. But the issue I had with school was the school I chose for my children is far from my house. The school that was very close to my, like literally by my house, a secondary school, they were just starting. So my eldest here, she's in year 8, and the school is starting from year 7. So obviously she can't do, she had to go to another school. And the other one, my 2 younger ones, they only have a place for, well, they didn't even have a place. Like they start from, I think, in nursery, but from year 1. And the other one, she's in year 2. Though she can go, but the youngest can go. So now left me to the school I applied initially for them. From my house to my kids' school is like 15 minutes drive. So before we got the car, we used the bus. In my area here, the bus leaves every hour. 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 10, like every hour. So children that is meant to get to school 7:45. The youngest, their school gate opens 8:45. Sorry, pardon. Then the other one, their school gate shuts at 8:40. And in my area, the bus starts by 7. Do you mad? So what would you basically use sometimes? Me and basically it as well. So what we do most times before we got the car was we take the bus 7 o'clock from our side. We had to stay in town for like an hour, sometimes an hour, 30 minutes before jumping another bus that takes them to school, which I don't advise for anybody. It's a lot of work. Like we did that for like 6 months plus. Like it was a lot of work. I think like 5 months if I'm not mistaken. We did that for like that period of time. It was a lot of work. Like I don't advise for anybody. If you want to have kids and you need to put your kid in school, try as much as possible to get a school that is close by, that you can walk. Even if you want to drive, you know that just because you can't walk there, that's why you want to drive. Not because you must have to drive. That thing, it really dealt with me mentally, physically, like even my children, like looking back at it now, like those children, they really tried because it's not easy having to wake up early just to catch the bus and everything, but it's all in the past now, like I said. So schooling here, obviously the schools are free, well, like beautiful schools and everything. So that one, at least that's a consolation that after all the stress and everything, it is worth it at the end. So school times, it didn't actually work for me initially, but we actually, like everything, we had to make it work. The youngest one, so there's my on my visa, my children, like the youngest one, she's qualified for 30 hours in a week. What that means is children in the nursery, they can go to school. If you're qualified for 30 hours, for 15 hours rather, they go to school 5 times a week if you want to, for 3 hours. They get to school 11:45, they come off school, they get to school, sorry, 9:45, 8:45. God. They go to school 8:45 and they come off school 11:45, just 3 hours. Whereas back home, you can even take your child out to school as early as 6:30. Maybe you are going out. There's always somebody, there's a nanny waiting to receive the child till. But here, you have to, everything is time, and you have to get to school a particular time, pick them a particular time. If you don't pick them, you're looking for trouble with the government. But like I said, we're able to make it work. Like we tried a lot to make it work, and it's been working. So having to do school runs twice. We take them in the morning, go and fetch the other one 11:45, then go and fetch the remaining two at 3:20. But the eldest, obviously, that one can go by herself. She's a big girl. She can go to school by herself. She can come back herself. So that one is not. It's just the youngest one. So like back to my advice again, for anybody that has children, try and make sure you apply for schools that is close by for your children, because school runs in this country, school runs on its own, it's a full-time job, because you are waking up in the morning, taking them to school. But if your kids are grown, hallelujah, bless you, yeah, like you're good. But the youngest ones, as the younger ones, you literally have to do everything for them, take them to school, and so it's it's a lot of work. And for uniforms, or like back home, you have to buy school uniform. This one is free. Not that it's free. They have like a general color which is gray and white. So the school your child is going, then you probably buy their jumper, their hoodie, raincoat, sportswear, which they don't necessarily like compel you to, like you must buy it. If you have alternatives of those colors, you can use, but the that is free. You don't have to. That one is very, actually very important. So transportation, like I said, one thing also that I'm actually very lucky, like I'm grateful at the end of the day, is getting that car, which made life easy for us, because transportation in this country, in as much as there's free, there's buses everywhere, but my own area, the buses here is every hour. But when you get to town, there are most areas in town is the buses are like every 20 minutes. So there's always a bus, you can walk. But if I want to walk from my side to town, it's looking about an hour, 10 minutes. I can't be walking that kind of walk every time. Although sometimes you just find yourself walking, but it's not it's not it's not an easy thing to do, walking that long all the time. So for transportation, especially if you are used to driving, and you know when they say in the Western world abroad, there's bus. Yes, there's bus. But if you are used to driving, and just come out of the house, jump into the car, you've gotten to where you're going, and having to join the bus, the buses are very clean. That's not even the problem. But the problem for myself that I encountered was just the timing, and that was just it. But the buses are clean and everything. And one thing I noticed, like I experienced it, when you're coming off the bus, like everybody literally said, "Because thank you, thank you." Like everybody literally says thank you to the driver. Sometimes we're like, what are we saying thank you for? But I like, yeah, I really understand. Like, thank you, at least it took you from point A to B, and you got there safely. So for transportation, it's okay. And it's cheap. hmm It's cheap. So here, transport. Even if you are going from, I don't know what to use as a description now. For those that lives in Lagos, let's say you are going from VI to Akoka or to is £2. If you are going that same within that VI, it's still the £2. Though I heard when sometime last year it was reduced, I used to be higher than that. I said, thank God that it was when we came, it was reduced. It was like £2 the bus services. And the good thing is you can buy daily rider, you can buy weekly rider. When I used to take the bus, I buy weekly rider. So hey, transportation, hi. My money went on transport. Like there was a time that in my house every week we buy bus card as I think £70 in a week. I buy, my husband buy, my eldest buy. Michelle, which is my second to the last, she's 6. She's of school age, so she needs a bus. So, but sometimes the bus driver they just don't look, but sometimes they do. So you buy bus pass for children, you buy for yourself. So imagine having to buy bus card. So that car is actually very, like I said, it's not a luxury in this country. It's a necessity. Having a car in this country is necessity. So it's not saying that maybe you are trying to like buga for who. Nobody even sees you. As long as the car takes you from point A to B, you are good. So that's just like one of the things I've sort of experienced. I have some videos here and there. I might post it randomly later about all the transport and everything, but just thought to just put that out there, like about transportation here. It's not bad, it's okay, but if you have the funds to get a car, by all means necessary do, because car, like I said again, and like I can't overemphasize this, it's not luxury in this country, it's necessity. Like you are doing, if you can afford it and you don't want to, you're like sort of doing yourself this, except you don't need it. Because for people that does the night shift, like when I was working at night shift, I would have to leave home 5 o'clock to get to work 8 o'clock. Like to start work 8 o'clock, not even necessarily get to work 8 o'clock, because the journey from my house to my workplace then was like 30-45 minutes. But if I go on the bus, the bus now usually goes drop people from point A to B, so it takes like over an hour. So why would I want to go sit on the bus for over an hour when I can just drive myself for 30 minutes? Though I'm going to be spending diesel or fuel whatsoever more, yeah, but then I'm saving time. I might end up leaving maybe like 7 o'clock to get to work 7:35 or 7:40. But not me leaving home 5 o'clock, because the bus is going to take that much time to get to where I'm going. So usually most of the time I get to work by 7, like an hour before. So you get what I mean? So that car, it's actually very, oh my god, my eyes hot. It's actually very like necessity, not a luxury. So basically, me and my basically. So that's it about this part of my experiences in the last 10 months. So one other thing that I noticed is, if you can't afford new, you can afford used. There are a lot of charity shops around that you can get things ranging from furniture, clothes that we haven't used nicely, like used nicely. So there are a lot of them online, even the one physical shops that you can just walk into. And so life here isn't that bad, really. It's not bad. But the thing is, tax, 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 tax. Yeah, tax. So I've come to understand that the more you work, the more tax you pay. The more you work. So imagine if you are working maybe at any like 3K, by the time the money is coming to your hand, you're maybe like 2,000 something. So why not? Some people like, I bet let me just do the little what I can do, and just because when the tax, you check the tax that is coming out of your money, you have to be doing big, big, big. So that's just it. The more you work, the more tax you pay. But still, you just have to do the work. Me, I rather just do the work. If the hours are there, I do the work. Even if the tax is coming out of my money, at least I know that what I have left is something substantial at the end of the day. So I don't necessarily look at that. If I do a lot of work, and I pay a lot of tax. Yes, you pay a lot of tax. That is how the system is designed. So one thing again that I noticed about transportation here, Christmas just did. Okay, it's February, obviously. Happy New Month, by the way. So Christmas transportation here, like If you have a place to go on Christmas and you don't have car, forget it. Ready to take taxi. That's we don't even see taxi. Like they don't joke. Everywhere is on shutdown. Like shut down. Everywhere shut down. Like nobody's working, no bus, nothing. I have some of my colleagues that got stranded because they didn't know about no movement, no transportation during the festive period. Bank holidays, the services are like this. During Christmas, shut down. New Year, shut down. So that still takes you back to the importance of having a car. It's a necessity. So that's just it basically on this video. Like I said, it's still me coming back to talk about my experiences, what I've learned here and there in the last 10 months. And I hope in my next video, obviously, I'm going to be sounding better, which I believe is going to be very soon. And I have a news, coming. So I think from my next video is going to be more like real time, like featuring my children, go to school and everything. Like I said, this my channel is all about lifestyle, parenting, DIY. And if you notice, I'm beginning to lose weight. Yeah, so I've started my weight loss journey. Though we just finished 21 days of fast. I'm a Christian, so that one at like sort of ushered me into the weight loss journey. If you're wondering why I'm going like this in my eyes, is my phone settings and everything. So but bear with me, don't worry. So yeah, thank you for staying tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in my next one. Bye.